Good morning. It's about 8:30 in the morning, 14 degrees. The sun's hit the hive and it's very active. This is the home hive here in our suburban backyard, Central Coast, New South Wales. We've had a cold spell of late. Last week or so we've had a low off the coast. It's been very cool. It doesn't seem to affect these guys at all. But we do have a bit of a visitor this morning. I noticed him out here sunning himself the other day. Blue-tongued lizard. Sitting right at the entrance of the hive. I think he's made a bit of a nest in the bit of a home for himself, amongst the mulch. I've no idea if he's a problem or not for the bees. But he's obviously just getting out in the sun, warming himself up. Cute little guy. I don't know whether to get rid of him or not. Bit of luck he'll stick his tongue out for us. He's keeping an eye on me, of course. I mean, do you think he's eating the bees? Or is it just a nice warm home for him? Here's our little apiary. I think the bees do quite well here. I mean, there's trees flowering down the road, so I think they're still going. I mean, I'll come out here later and there'll be drones coming and going, so I think they're going okay. So what do we got here? We've got a double brood box. It just ended up that way. I did have a few problems being a beginner beekeeper. Beautifully decorated by my wife and kids. So we've got a double brood box. Those are the painted ones. On top we have the honey supers. I use ideals because I've got a bit of a dodgy back. The one sitting, the lower one, it's chock-a-block full of honey. When I extracted a while back, I left maybe 6.5 frames out of the 8 full of honey, and then I discovered they'd completely filled them. So I stuck an empty one on top. I didn't think it'd hurt. They still seem very active. Very active. A little apiary. Lots of stuff growing here. I have no idea what some of this stuff is because I simply planted like a bee and butterfly mix of seeds, and different stuff just keeps coming up all the time. But here's our little buddy again. He'll probably get a little bit more active once he warms up a bit. I wonder if he'll stick his tongue out for us. Anyway, these bees have been here since late September, and these were an established hive from Tamworth out west. I can hear a drone. Yeah, we've had our problems, but they've survived. I get advice where I can get it, and I read what I can. And I've probably got about 30 or 40 kilos of honey out of these guys. So they're going very well. Actually, the neighbour next door, I didn't tell them I had bees because I wasn't sure how she'd react. And the hive was probably here 3 or 4 months before I told them, because he was whippersnippering up alongside the fence, and I wasn't sure how the bees would react to the whippersnipper. Here's my old mate. He's come out for a bit of a look. He's sunning himself as well. So yeah, I handed him a jar of honey over the fence, and everyone was happy. So as you can see here, it gets the The sun's very low and to the north now, so it gets the sun first thing of a morning. So yeah, they get pretty active pretty quickly. As you can see, it's only about 14 degrees, and they're into it. They'll get more active as the day goes on. You know, it's funny, you can sit here and watch the direction they go in. Zoom in, you'll probably see some pollen going in. There'll be whites, creams, orange pollen. Probably see a couple of guard bees there checking everyone out as they come in. Anyone suspected of coming to rob the hive, they'll be quickly evicted. But, you know, they've gone very well here in the backyard. I like my bees. Anyway, that's just a really quick vid. I saw this guy out here sunning himself again. If anyone thinks he's going to be a problem for my bees, like is he going to eat them? He probably is. Catches the odd stray one. You know, I wouldn't like to hurt him, of course, but I could move him on, catch him and release him somewhere else. But you know, it's nice to see sort of these native animals in the backyard. You know, he's pretty harmless, but as long as he's not creating a problem for the bees. Anyway, that's our apiary in the backyard. I hope everyone has a good day. Keep warm, it's going to rain later on this afternoon. See yous.